Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Well, a couple of years ago, we all know the famous case that Asians were saying that affirmative action was keeping them out of colleges and universities because undeserving Black Americans was getting into these colleges and universities over them.
And the Asians were 100% correct. It was proven in a court of law and in the court of public opinion. There was systematic discrimination against Asians and Asian Americans in many universities, as was proven in a court of law.
They teamed up with Students for Fair Admissions, and for years they tried to get rid of affirmative action in college admissions. And they could not get it done until they teamed up with Asians, another so-called minority. Well, fast forward after that decision, Asian community isn't getting exactly what they thought they was going to get out of it.
Comparing the freshman enrollment data post-affirmative action versus the data where affirmative action was in effect again proves the Asians to be 100% truthful and correct in their court case.
But next time, if you want to join the folks for anything, just maybe you need to think, am I hurting myself? Could you hurt yourself in the mix? See, y'all were trying to harm us. Y'all was trying to prevent us to get in colleges and universities so you can get in there over us. Because you in your arrogant mind thought that you were more deserving to get in a college and university than Black America.
I'm going to show you some enrollment data from Harvard, MIT, Amherst, and Washington University in St. Louis. After affirmative action was banned, the percentage of Asian enrollment at MIT went up from 41% to 47%. At Harvard, it went up from 29.9% for the class of 2027 to 41% for the class of 2029. At Amherst, the class of 2027 was 18% Asian, and the class of 2028 is 20% Asian. With Blacks, it was the exact opposite. At MIT, the freshman class went from 15% Black to 5% Black from one year to the next. At Harvard, the class of 2027 was 15.3% Black, and the class of 2029 is 11.5% Black. At Amherst, the freshman class went from 11% Black to 3% Black from one year to the next. At the Washington University in St. Louis, the freshman class was 12% Black in 2023, and it dropped to 8% Black in 2024. In conclusion, the race-blind, merit-based, fair application process at American universities after affirmative action was banned speaks for itself. The percentage of Asian students skyrocketed, and the percentage of Black students plummeted.